Go to our next story. You know, getting local refineries to buy local crude and in local currency appears to have been a thorny issue for some time now. That appears to be a thing of the past, if you ask me, as the federal government has set up a technical subcommittee charged with sale of crude oil to local refineries in naira. While inaugurating the committee in Abuja, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, said the initiative aligned with the President's idea aimed at revolutionizing the energy sector by reducing reliance on crude oil imports and fostering local expertise. Avoiding an energy crisis at this time is a yes, yes.
Yes, very, very big yes, yes. And I like what the Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, said, you know, about the fact that the Tinubu administration is thinking of reducing crude exports and making Nigeria, you know, a hub for, you know, the production of, you know, for petroleum products and then for export. And of course, which is one thing, you know, that has been said, you know, again and again and again. You know, this
that's decrying decrying the reliance on imported
and then where we pack our natural resources wholesale and ship them out. We don't get value. We don't get the value. You know, we are shortchanged. We shortchange ourselves. You know, but if we can strengthen our capacity for local refining, it will enable us to get a number of, you know, spin-offs from the oil and gas industry, from the energy industry. So I think we need to think very, very seriously about expanding the capacity of the sector, because we are now expanding the fronts. Now gas, we're talking of gas to power the NIPPs. We are talking of gas for CNG, talking of gas for LPG. All of these things in a population of 200 million constantly expanding.
The flaring of gas.
So all of these things mean that we must be more serious and more focused on ensuring that what we drill out of the Nigerian earth can be spun off into different values that will help the economy. But for us to continue to depend on on imported petroleum products is a big, big no-no. So the sale of crude to local refiners in naira is something that some analysts some people had actually said a number of times. It might, you know, some people might say, oh, it will lead to a reduction in revenue to Nigeria, you know, revenue that should come in the, you know, in terms of dollars. But you have to also look at the fact that the economy, the Nigerian economy, must be self-reliant. It cannot remain a toddling economy.
Economics 101 tells me that when you export, you earn that currency, that foreign currency, which will affect your local currency.
Yeah, you increase your number of products. Instead of just a barrel of crude,
that's it.
You take out as much as you can from that barrel of crude, turn it into, you know, have a value proposition that gives you different types of products. Primary, secondary, you know, and other kinds of products, so that at every given point in time, the engine wheel of the economy is turning efficiently.
BC, you and I know that country running is like running the home. It depends on the choices you make.
Yeah, actually, I was about to say that it's not also enough to have a committee that says that we should sell crude in naira to local refineries. We need to also look at the crude that is available for sale, because I think that is the real issue here. What is the quantity that we have? The quantity that we have presently.
Considering that the OPEC quota is still there.
Exactly, in comparison, that's the point I'm trying to make. That right now we are not meeting OPEC quota, and I think now we do about 1.3 million barrels per day.
Well, they say 1.61.
Yeah.
That was what I think the president's broadcast. I think that 1.61.
I think I saw
So
1.3 or what, maybe, even if it is 1.61, I think our quota is about
2.2 to 2.5
so
million barrels per day.
We are not there yet.
At all.
And also the good news is that between this last month, maybe that was when we did 1.6, because we were really low. We were on 1.
According to NNPCL.
Yeah, so at least the figure rose in the month of July. Yeah. Whatever was done to make that figure to rise, and I think even the military said they dealt with oil theft. They were able to arrest some people and all of that. But I think that is the major problem we have here, because here we talk about oil theft as if you are stealing bottles of Coke. You cannot be talking of oil theft that are carried in vessels, and you say you don't know those who steal, and you cannot catch them. And we keep telling ourselves that we lose so much money to oil theft. We shouldn't be talking about that at this stage. Yeah. I believe that if we have up to 2-point-something million, for example, and if local refineries
in
barrels, yes, if our local refineries probably need maybe like 800.
No, after you've shared your PS, your production sharing contract.
If we are still able to import maybe 1.2 or 1.4, we'll still be able to collect that forex that is required. Because the truth is that for this economy, we still need that FX.
Yes,
we need the FX. We need the FX, but at the same time, we need to develop the local refinery so that we don't just give out what we have without getting things that are commensurate to what can develop us as a nation.
All right, Emeka, you know the cynic who is watching now is asking, when you talk about local refineries, which one and which one? No, I don't know if you understand what I mean.
I get what you're saying.
The ones that are not even operating.
There are 20 local refining licenses. 4 are in the hands of the federal government.
The NNPC.
16. Yeah, the one in Warri, 2 in Port Harcourt, and 1 in Kaduna. Then
the Dangote.
No, that is for the state-owned. Then the private refineries of what? Dangote, Bua, and the rest of them. Watersmith, Edun Refinery, and the rest of them here and there. You know, and then again, you now have the artisanal refiners. Okay. The ones called in the Niger Delta, the Rivers State, they call Fire. You know, so.
Well, are those ones official?
No. You know, I'm responding to this question. He said, which one?
Okay.
So, those ones are illegal, as to speak. But the other ones, you know, are, of course, they are holding licenses. But they still have issues in terms of capacity, in terms of financing. Financing is still a major problem. And then supply of crude, availability of crude. But there are production sharing contracts. And the government must keep to its commitments in terms, you know, on these PSCs and its commitments to international oil traders. So in between, then don't forget the forward sales we have used our oil to do, collecting loans, you know. So by the time you've done or you've sorted out all of this, what is remaining to be given to the local refiners? So what it means is that we need more investment. NNPCL has said it has declared a state of emergency in the sector, you know, so that we can, let's see how far afield, you know, we can go, how we can expand. So let's hope that their state of emergency will, you know, like they said, the state of emergency has led to an increase, you know, in production. So up to 1.61 million barrels per day. Let's hope that somehow their state of emergency can continue to the point where maybe if we cannot hit 2.2 million barrels per day by December, but at least we can, you know, like Dr. Folitile said, we can inch closer, maybe 2 million barrels or 1.9 million barrels per day. You know, of course, if you remember during, I think, Yaradua, we were around, the time of President Umar, I think it was between 2.1, and then later it dropped to 1.9 at the peak of the Niger Delta insurgency. They dropped to 1.9. So if we're able to inch to that 1.9 to 2.1, then there will be hope for the local refineries.
Basically, in taking this home, therefore, that we were blessed with this black gold should not be a curse for us, if you understand. I don't know why we are messing with this gift of nature.
Well, it's our choice. You know, earlier on you said whatever happens is a choice, because we are not the only country blessed with this black gold, and we see what others are doing with theirs. At least the UAE is a very good example. And you see, they even have a board, a checkboard. I saw it on Twitter, where they measure every barrel of oil produced, and they monitor everything. So I don't know how our own, I think it's a deliberate action to just allow ours because of one reason or the other, because of people that benefit from such things to continue to happen.
Because most times
there is no reason, we don't have any reason. In fact, what I wanted to say was, if we're even able to do more than 1.2, that is our quota.
2.2.
2.2, that is our quota. Can't we now, we are free to use the extra
excess,
you know, and give to local refineries and the rest. If we should even aim at doing more than the OPEC quota. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yes.
So that we can.
But let's even get there. Let's even get there first.
Gentlemen,
let's get back there.
At the risk of my humble self sounding like a broken record, we are going on a commercial break shortly. But let's quickly look at this. If we pour oil on troubled waters, what should we pour on our troubled oil?
Let's pour. Well, let's
reasonableness.
Let's pour more money, so that we can scatter the oil, if you get what I mean, you know, so that the oil, we can make it more useful to us. The oil sector needs more investment, it needs more monitoring and enforcement.
Yeah, because we can,
of course. It needs more investment. We need more, you know, heavy investment in the oil sector, so that we can do better.
All right. Gentlemen, we must go on this break. We'll observe this break. Please stay with us. Don't go just yet. Thank you.